I know you guys are just 3 days in, but what are your early thoughts on how this team's looking?
Uh, we're improving every day, and that's honestly that's the first thing we told our kids at 6:30 Monday morning is we want to see improvement every day. Um, do we have expectations of where we should be at this part in the season? Definitely. Is it difficult sometimes? Do you have a tendency to compare it to previous teams? Definitely. We're trying not to do that. We're trying to just look for marks of improvement every day. And so far, we've seen that. Now, when we stop seeing improvement, that becomes a cause for concern. Today it's a little bit warmer, although the kids still don't realize that this is not really hot compared to most years. It's a little bit warmer first day of full pad, so probably a little bit more difficult a day of practice than what the previous two have been. But even still, watched some film this morning of our morning session and thought we've improved on the offensive side of the ball. And the way defensive practice went today, I think we'll probably see some improvement areas there. So at this point in the season, that's really what we're hoping for, is just to see improvement every day.
Only 7 starters back, but you guys have 25 letter winners back, so I think there's a little more experience here than maybe people are giving this group credit for.
Yeah, I mean, we're fortunate or unfortunate, however you want to look at it. We have a lot of young kids that get spot time here and there. Maybe it's special teams, maybe it's coming in at the end of a game here and there as younger players. That's helped us in the past couple of years because they're whatever little experience you can get on a Friday night is probably as important as any part of anything you can do in practice because Friday nights are different than Monday nights. So I do think that some of our kids are probably more ready to step up because they've been a part of that on Friday night football games before, even if it was just a small part of it at the end of the game. That being said, none of them have arrived yet. None of them are, there's our guy. I don't think we have very many things figured out position-wise, and those kids that we're hoping are going to step up, again, goes back to the improvement thing. We're still seeing the improvement, but do we have 22 varsity players? Probably not yet. So we're still working on it, but.
It always seems to be next man up in the run game, and it always seems to work out very well for Churubusco. How's the backfield shaping up right now?
So far we have, Cody Conwell is a guy that he has seen Kyle Matheson. When Cody was a freshman, Kyle was a senior. He's seen Jason Nicodemus for 2 years at the fullback position. He's played halfback for us. If there's anybody that could get on the job training, I guess, and what a fullback in our offense needs to be like, it would be him. That being said, it's we have that tendency to compare him to Matheson or Nicodemus, and it's not really fair to Cody, and I'm guilty of it, but he also understands the pressure that comes with that position, and is he going to be, is he going to put up the numbers those guys did? Well, I don't know, but I think that he's at least had the opportunity to see mentally and physically what we expect out of that position, and to us, the numbers are not as important as the result, and I think that is true with Jason and Kyle. They were part of some good teams, and numbers weren't important to them. They just happened to be a part of some good teams, and they were great enough athletes that they had that success. I'm sure Cody probably, as a human being, aspires for the same type of goals, but it's important to Cody that we win football games, and he wants to be a part of that however he can.
The O-line's pretty experienced coming back. Is that a good place to start?
Yeah, we have our guards are probably two of the most experienced guards we've had in a long time. Jake Geiger's been starting. Really, he started some as a freshman year, his freshman year, and Travis Glick as a senior. And this is his third year, playing varsity. He started last year, got in significantly as a sophomore. So the guard position, we're somewhat confident that we have at least the experience there. We don't necessarily have a lot of depth, need some other guys to step up, but Corey Sarazen's back at tight end, and Tegan Broomball. Tegan doesn't usually play a lot of offense, but we know that he can if we need him. He's primarily a defensive player for us. And then the tackle position, Bryant Hicks is a guy who's a tremendous defensive lineman for us, has been for 3 years. Can he play offense? Absolutely. We're not quite sure where he's going to fit in on the offensive side of the ball yet, but feel confident we can put him anywhere we need him if it comes down to it. So.
And on the other side of the football, this defense was statistically very impressive last season. And with do you feel like the success is going to start up front on that side of the football as well?
Absolutely. And we're in a conference where your primary objective week in, week out is to stop the run in most games. And if we don't have guys up front that are going to, keep those offensive linemen off of our linebackers, we would not be able to have any success on defense. We've had similar to running back, we've had some very good inside linebackers these last couple of years and some very good outside linebackers these last couple of years. We've got Bryant Hicks back, and Bryant Hicks is, maybe one of the, if not the best defensive lineman we've had here. He works extremely hard to be a good football player and wants to go play college football. Then you throw in Jake Geiger and Travis Glick at nose, and we've got a new kid coming out, Jordan Howell, who we're hoping can step up and be a varsity tackle for us on the defensive side of the ball. And we've got sophomore Jai Herendine, and we've got Cullen Fisher and Landon Edwards. We've got a group of kids that we're hoping, even if it's not a permanent thing, but we can rotate those guys through, that we're not going to lose anything up front. So that's kind of the goal anyway, but it looks good on paper.